Carroll Middle School, are you ready?
Carroll!
Your time starts now. Not that one, Gabby.
Don't wait, guys. That's how we'll lose time.
You're an interesting species, an interesting mix. You're capable of such beautiful dreams and such horrible nightmares. You feel so lost, so cut off, so alone. Only you're not. See, in all of our searching, the only thing we found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other.
The
year is 2187.
The era of the Great Expansion has ended. Earth exceeding 10 billion is now down to 4 million and 5 million, but there's relative peace and stability on the planet. Earth is divided into 3 unions, which have coexisted for roughly 50 years. But the entirety of the human race is not reside on Earth.
12 colonies on the moon, 11 terrestrial colonies, and 1 orbiting colony are all separate from the 3 unions. Combined, they have a population of about 2.1 billion.
The Mars Confederation is comprised of 42 base states, with a total population of 5.4 million.
The only connection between the 3 worlds is economic.
Automated cargo ships traverse the inner solar system, carrying goods between the worlds. The only communication between the Earth, the Moon, and Mars are automated messages pertaining to shipments, product orders, price fluctuations, etc.
Person-to-person contact between the worlds is a thing of the distant past. A past filled with violence, disease, and death. Humanity has reached beyond Earth, only to create more islands of division and mistrust.
I'm just an orty, okay? You have to understand that. I wake up every day knowing that it is what I am. And to be clear, we're talking Ordinance 1306. You understand? Because this is important. If you're an orty, but you're an orty because of Ordinance 210 out of 7, you get to wake up every day knowing that, sure, your job is there because it's mandated like the rest of us. But for you, a machine never did it. But if you're me, you're an orty knowing that a machine once did it, and did it better. You understand why that is important? It means my purpose is real. It means when I pick my bones up out of bed at 0600 and load them onto the Mariner tram, I do so knowing that it's all a sham. I look at all the other orties on their way to their mandated positions, and the visor asks me, "What would you like to see today, Gerald?" And I always say the same thing. Nothing. I like to watch people. They all sit there watching their visor stories. But the thing is, while they're watching, they're telling their own stories. And to me, that's more entertaining than some program designed to make me feel like my purpose. My job is important. Now, please understand, I'm not complaining. What I'm trying to let you know is that I was a certain person before that, and I'm a different person now. You see, before, I was just a man at the docks. I loaded and unloaded things, making sure everything was in order. Everything was accounted for. I did it and I hated it. day in and day out. When you live in a place that makes its own air, and you do what I do, you start to wonder if the effort to make it is really worth the next breath. That's who I was, you see. Now, I still get up at 0600, and I still sit my black burger on the way to the docks. And I still don't bother with the visor. And most others don't either. Now, we talk. That's right. Tell stories and we laugh. One day, I was just a man in the docks who knew about the sham, and then unloaded another cargo pod from Earth. Mostly black brew cases, actually. Except, it wasn't any old cargo pod. Now was it? I wonder sometimes, what would a machine have done in my place if it saw her step out? It probably wouldn't have registered her. And then what? I don't know. All I do know is, I was one way before I met her, and different way after.
Right. Okay. I'm turning the room on. Do you know what that means?
I do know what that means.
What does it mean? I need you to say it. Or I have to give you the whole speech. It's rules.
It means that the room around us will be monitoring my breathing, my heart rate, my brain activity. It's very exciting. Please proceed.
Great. Good. Here we go. Name.
Right.
Full name.
Right.
Place of birth.
I don't know.
Where's your watcher?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
You're right. I do know.
So, where's your watcher?
I don't know.
Will you just answer?
I do know where it is because it isn't anywhere. But because it's nowhere, I can't know where it is. Because it isn't. You see?
No.
I don't have a watcher. I never did.
Everyone has a watcher.
Well, apparently not everyone. What does your watcher tell you?
Right now, not much. Just that you're not lying, which doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry
Why?
for causing you to make that face.
What face?
That one. The one that is making your forehead wrinkle prematurely. You make that face often, don't you? Does that mean you're often confused by what's around you?
What? No, listen. I'm asking the question, okay?
Okay, great. What is your question?
Who are you and how did you get here?
I'm Brett. I arrived in a cargo pod containing mostly cases of a drink called Black Brew. The cargo pod left New Canada on Earth 86 Martian days ago.
So you illegally boarded a cargo ship on Earth.
I didn't say that.
So you were sent by someone, or a group of someone on Earth.
I didn't say that either.
Well, it has to be one or the other.
Does it?
It's just that, how else?
Maybe the watcher knows.
The watcher does it. Hey, will you stop?
Making your forehead wrinkle?
No, just come on.
I am, aren't I? I've answered all your questions truthfully.
Yeah, but I don't know anything.
To be fair, that's not really my fault.
Maybe we should.
Okay.
To be honest, I mostly deal with floaters.
Shoes?
What?
I don't understand.
Neither do I. I just mean, I'm trained to deal with people who don't do their job. We call them loafers. Do they call them something different on Earth?
I don't know what they call them on Earth.
Well, you are from Earth.
Am I?
Yes. Yeah.
Then I am from Earth.
Aren't you?
Why don't you ask Earth?
We don't do that.
Do what?
We don't talk to Earth.
So you won't call up the company who sent the cargo ship?
No.
Why not?
You know why.
Well, I was just joking a little. I do know that you don't talk to Earth. You let your machines do all the talking. But I honestly don't understand why. Do you?
Yes, of course I know why. I don't have to answer any of your questions. We're just gonna wait and we're gonna be quiet. Someone else is going to, other people have questions, and when they get, you better answer.
Okay, Edwin, let's wait.
How did you know my name?
my watcher or anything. I didn't have to. The truth was in her eyes. I'd seen things like that, horrible Bible stories. Someone would be talking to someone, and this is before there were watchers, and they'd say, I can tell your mind. I can see it in your eyes. It was like that. So when she said her name, I was immediately at ease. Well, okay, I had a lot of questions, and she often didn't give straight answers. But again, I knew from the beginning that she wasn't lying, that she couldn't lie. I couldn't look away from her eyes. I had forgotten what it was like to really look into someone's eyes. Everyone is so trained to be doing so many things at once. They talk and shop and play and violin all at the same time. I try and find their eyes. Always. But I can't remember the last time I spoke with someone and they locked eyes with me for more than a glance. As a kid, I remember looking for eyes. Looking up at eyes. It's in us when we're born to look for the truth in others' eyes. As a girl, I used to get up early. I'd climb out of bed and go into my father's room. I'd walk softly because it's a very old house with real wood floors. Truly. They would creak when you stepped on certain boards. It's funny to think about wood creaking underneath. I know it sounds like something out of an old story. Wood and creaking. Anyway, I tiptoed in because I didn't want to wake him. Not yet. And I'd go to the chair next to his bed and I'd sit. And as soon as I sit, his eye would pop open to find me looking at him. And he'd say, "Did you beat the sun, Zipporah?" And I'd say, "Yes, Dada." But what he didn't know is that I didn't wake up early to beat the sun. I did it so that my eyes would be the first thing he saw in the morning. Children know the power in eyes, but they weren't trained away from them. But I found Bright's eyes, or she found mine, and neither of us looked away. It wasn't like I was in a trance or under some spell. It's like I was home. Of course, I wasn't home. I was working. It was my job to talk to her, to get her to talk. And I'm good at getting people to talk, to open up. It's what I do, even if they are doing other things. But Bright wasn't distracted. She was determined. And she ended up learning more about me in that short first meeting than I heard. I can honestly say, after that first time, no one on earth knew me better.
You're not asking the right questions.
Who sent you?
You did.
I can do this all night. And when I'm done, someone else will come in. We will get our answers.
I know you will. I will give them to you.
Who sends you?
You did.
Who on Mars sent you?
Everyone.
Everyone who?
Everyone.
I want names.
You want me to tell you all of their names?
Yes?
That may take a while.
We have a while.
Mars has a population of 54,117,413. To recite all of their names will take 1,200 days, 2 hours, and 8 minutes. Roughly.
You think you're funny?
I hadn't thought about it. Let me think about it now. I think I can be funny, but I don't think I can be called funny by others to be defined as funny on a consistent enough basis. But do you think I'm funny? It would certainly help to know your opinion, since you're one of only 3 people I met since I've got here.
No! I don't think you're funny.
Thank you. Maybe we can ask the other 2 people I met and get their opinions as well.
Sure, and then maybe you can tell me the names of all the people you know on Mars, and we can ask them too.
But I haven't met anyone on Mars. I've only met you and 2 others. But yes, you should contact Mars. Right away, in fact. Tell them about me.
Oh, is that what you want? You want me to contact Mars?
Yes, and Earth.
So this is some kind of trap.
What is?
You are.
No,
Then what are you?
I'm a warden.
I don't know how she got my name. I had never met her. At least, I don't think I had. Her face, when they showed me the picture, was immediately familiar, but I take her tram to work. I have her over. Tildy. It's my own design. I'm a mix between a poodle, a Great Dane, and an Arctic fox. I know Rover mods are not especially legs around here. Everyone's just doing the classics. But when I take Tildy out to the parklands with the schnauzers and the Shiba Inus and the golden retrievers, I just think the more they try to make them look like what they were, the more unreal they become. If you're going to make a friend, why not make them special, you know? What I'm saying is, there are many types of dog eagles out there. And sometimes when they're all running around in a friendly play, you can't tell the difference. What I'm saying is, when I'm there with Tildy, I don't look at the other rovers so much. I watch the faces of the owners. Sometimes you can see the panic in their eyes, and for a moment, they can remember which one is theirs. The thing is, a beagle is a beagle is a beagle. And when they're all running around together and they're also on a friendly play, they're all the same. Pretty much. Not Tildy, I don't ever have to guess. And I know they're looking at me and thinking, her dog is so earthy, and I think, so what? When I hear earthy, I don't hear an insult, but that's just me. Anyway, I have seen a lot of faces, so maybe I had seen hers at some point, but I don't know how she would have gotten my name. I checked my watcher, there's no record of a conversation with her, but she knew me, and more than just my name. One of the first things she said to me when they had me speak with her was, the thing I love about the Arctic fox is its fur, not the winter white, but its summer coat. That patchy brown or gray, and what that summer fur means. How we don't have to be that thing that people expect of us to be beautiful. You see, those are my thoughts exactly! And not once I had told anyone. Again, her knowing details like Arctic foxes have different fur in the summer than in the winter is seen as being utterly earthy. And I know they were saying she only mentioned me because I am senior operator. I sent you messages to Earth and to the moon. I am the point of contact, so she needed me as part of her plan. She was using me, they say. She manipulated me. I've heard it. I know. And I don't care. Unless you've looked in her eyes and spoken with her, you couldn't possibly understand. We live in a world of false things. But when I looked into her eyes, I saw the truth. It was as beautiful as the summer coat of an Arctic fox. She didn't have to tell me to send those messages to Earth and to the moon. I just knew. I sat with her and I heard those 5 words in my head, and the next day I sent the message, we have pride with us. When the moment I sent the message, I received that exact same message from Earth and from the moon. The first non-target related words we've heard from either of them in a home. So, no, I did know her before, but she has always known me.
Do you know the others?
The other brides.
Yes.
I do.
Are you sisters?
No.
Clones.
No.
Then how are you connected?
We are all one.
What do you mean?
I mean just that. We are all one. Me, Bride on the Moon, Bride on Mars, and you, Zipporah. We are all connected. Everyone, here, there, and everywhere.
That's a nice thought, isn't it? That we are connected in some way.
It is a nice thought, and it's nice that it's true.
How are we all connected?
Are you asking for the science of the connections, strings, vibrations, dimensions?
I'm asking how you think we are all connected.
I think why we are connected is what's more important. Don't you?
Okay, then tell me why.
Because
Without the connection, there is literally nothing. All we are, all of this, is a connection. Think of a quilt. What do you see?
I see patches.
Right. Each one telling a different story. A theme, maybe.
As a girl, I had a quilt from my great-great-grandmother. A real one that she sewed herself, real cotton. It told of her mother.
Do you still have it?
No.
I'm sorry.
You were saying. Why were you all connected?
Because without the cotton, there is no quilt.
Can I ask you another question?
Of course.
Are there more of you?
There are countless me's and countless you's, but I know that's not the answer that you're looking for. You want to know if there are more brights on that Mars or that moon, or more of me right here.
Yes, I do.
No, there's just us three. And to answer your next questions, yes, we all want the same thing. No, we're not here to force any of you to do anything. And you are all in terrible danger. Everyone, everywhere.
So, what is this danger?
A force of nature that will tear the quilt apart. The only way to stop it is to sew a new thread to the moon and to Mars. All it takes is one voice to start.
There are good reasons why we don't communicate.
You don't believe that?
Yes, I do. We've tried it before.
You have contacted somebody on the moon or Mars before?
Not me personally, no.
Has anyone you know?
No, of course not. Known us since long before I was born, and things have been peaceful.
No fighting, right?
Exactly.
And no exchange either.
That's not true. We trade goods. You know that. You arrived on a cargo ship.
No exchange of thought, ideas, feeling, art, imagination.
Well, no, but we've plenty of great art here on Earth, and so many new things.
Do you know what a crayon is?
I know what a crayon was,
But you've never held one.
I've never needed to.
You've wanted to.
I have a natural curiosity about a number of things.
Well, if you lived on Mars, you likely would have held one by now. Quite regularly, in fact. They've developed a liking for a lot of things that people on Earth have given up on, or simply just can't make anymore.
Is that so?
It is. And do you know what a window sphere is?
I can't say that I do.
They developed them on the moon. They're portals for delivering relatively small amounts of inorganic material over relatively short distances. If you lived on the moon, you'd likely have a window sphere in your home by now. If your cup broke and you needed a new one, you could order one from your watch and it would appear moments later, sent from a local distribution center. They're not quite there yet, but they're close to being able to do the same with organic material. Food, for example.
That doesn't seem possible.
That's because you're just hearing of it now. You don't know of all the trial and error and accidental discovery it took to get there. You don't know because you don't talk.
We don't talk because when we did, we fought.
And your people were just trying to survive, right?
That's right.
Well, if you want to keep on surviving, you're going to need to talk. You're going to need to try and understand each other because something is coming and it doesn't care if you're from the moon, Mars, or Earth. You are all the same to it and you will all be dead.
What's coming, right?
That's for you to decide, whether it's the end or the beginning.
It's a mistake.
Maybe so.
First, it's a trap.
Whose?
Doesn't matter who's saying it.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just curious.
We're all curious, but you know what they say about curiosity.
Yes, it kills carbon-based life forms. I know.
So what are we going to do?
I'll bring it to the committee, I guess.
You can't do that.
I have to do that.
You don't. We can end this right here. It's contained. There are only 7 of us who know.
And what do we do with her?
Leave that to me.
What does that mean?
It means you don't have to deal with it.
I don't like this. Any of it.
You don't have to like it. You just have to deal with
The
it.
committee should deal with it.
There are those on the committee who've been arguing for contact for years now. If they found out about her, you know what they do.
Who's to say they're wrong? If that's below the committee, so be it.
And if it's a trap from Earth or Mars or worse, both, what then?
You heard her. If we don't act, then we could be facing
The only danger we're facing is the idea of cross-pollination with Earth and Mars. We are not them. They are not us. We know this. Now, if I had to guess this right nonsense, sounds like typical Mars Martian look to me. They think because they're all the way out there, they have some window into what's beyond. I'm not suspicious of Earth, they're just fools. But I know Martian think. I've studied them, and this reeks of Martians. They've probably duped Earth into something and are aiming for us.
You sound paranoid.
I sound realistic, you know it.
So what exactly are you proposing?
The less you know, the better. But let's just say the cargo was as it always is. There was no special message received and none sent. I'll tie up the loose ends.
I don't like this.
I don't like this either. But think of our lunar pride. But think of all we've accomplished without them, despite them.
You're right.
All you have to do is say nothing. I'll take care of the rest.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to see her first.
I would advise against that.
Why?
She's very manipulative.
I can handle myself.
She's not
If
like...
we're to do this, I must see her first.
You don't have to do that.
The one who pushes the button.
She'll be the one to dig the grave. Yes, I know. Fine. See her. But make it quick. And don't listen to her.
I'll be fine.
Just remember one thing.
What's that?
Here, the moon is always full.
Always full. I know. Thank you.
You're here.
Yeah, I am.
You here to work?
No.
Well, good, because there's nothing to do. I'm almost done here, then I'm going home. Sorry you made the trip for nothing. But hey, nothing better than extended paid vacation, huh? Since I started here, I've never been away from these stocks for more than a week at a time. There's talk. All of this could be a lot longer. What are you going to do with all the extra time?
There won't be any extra time.
What do you mean?
You're not going to shut down.
Well, of course I am. It's already been certified.
Don't do it.
Is this some kind of joke? I like being on jail, but you're not exactly the funniest man on
It's not a joke.
Maybe you just shouldn't have come back. I mean, I get it. You opened a door that looks like 1,000 others, but this time some girl was walking out. It must mess with your head.
My head is fine.
Yeah, buddy. I don't know about that.
We need to keep the ports open.
If it's your job you're worried about, don't. You're an orderly. Remember, your job is guaranteed.
I'm not worried about my job, Dawn. I'm worried about my planet, my species.
Go home, man. Just go. I don't need this. I want my time off. I need it. And yeah, I've heard the rumor, the warning, and I'm saying I don't care. I know how much this place can mess with your head. The same thing, every day. Let's just take our break. Let's let the bigger brains sort out what to do with her, whatever her name is.
Bright. Her name is Bright. She came here for a reason. She's special.
And what? You think you're special now too. Is that it?
This isn't about me, Dorn. This is about all of us.
You don't sound like yourself.
You're exactly right. I don't sound like me. You know me, Dorn. You know I wouldn't be asking you to disregard a directive unless it was important.
You wouldn't have come to me unless you were gone moon mad.
Look at me.
I am looking at you.
Look me in the eye.
Come on, buddy, just cool.
Look me in the eye, Dorn.
Okay. What?
She came here for a reason. I know it in my heart. I'm not crazy.
Okay, I get it. Maybe you're not crazy, but it doesn't matter. I have to close the ports. It's not like you're not going to notice.
Okay, fine. So close the ports. But we need to send a message. And we need to keep the channels open. You can patch it through my watcher.
Send a message to who?
To the others. Mars, the moon. They have coffee dogs just like we do. I spoke with one earlier, an operator who received the first message and sent it out to the other Brights. They fired her. The docks are the only point of contact left.
Other Brights? What are you talking about? Man, just leave me out of this.
All right. I'll leave you out of it. Just leave your glasses in your glove. I don't know who Bright is. I don't know where she came from. I just believe her. And we have to do something. Try something. Believe that there is more to this life than just being an orty. And you know what else I believe? There are people at the other end of the docks who are just like you and me. They spend their entire days loading and unloading and wondering what it's all for. And if we get this message out to them, then another soul will believe. One person talks to one person, and who knows where it goes from there. We just have to try. And this is our chance.
I want to believe you, Joe. I really do, but I just need this break, you know? Hey, look. One person to one person. I have to get to the truth. When I come back, I'll have to shut down. I'll even have to shut down the channel, which has a patch code of Omega 13 Bravo 9.
Okay, Norm. You do what you have to do.
Everything I knew to Bella Maxwell and recommended containment. She agreed. Checked the logs. Against her better judgment, she insisted on speaking with her. I tried to warn her, but, well, it didn't take long. What's that saying about weak minds? I don't remember, but I know the type, and I know it well. You see, my mother had one. She wanted answers to questions that didn't have them, so she sought out those who peddled beliefs and was conned out of every credit she'd ever earned, and many she hadn't earned. I was 5 when I understood who and what she was. My father was much older, and he hadn't a clue. His own belief that people could change. He swallowed my mother's empty promises like they were moon pies, and I often wondered who had the weaker minds, the one who told the lies, or the one who believed them. I insisted on accompanying Bella Maxwell into the room to avoid the very thing that happened. I told her not to listen. Wright launched into some story about how she's been watching us, humanity that is, for millions of years. Or her people have. Beings, whatever they are. She said that she loved our people, and she'd been observing our development and progress, and now we're at a crossroads. I could see Bella Maxwell was nodding at this point, and she was completely taken with Wright. I tried to pull her away. Literally, I did. I grabbed her by the arm and said, "That's enough." But she shrugged me off and kept on asking her questions. And Bright continued on about the gamma rays, this destructive force hurling towards our solar system, and if we didn't act and join together, we would be lost. Of course, I knew immediately that the girl was completely insane, but the talk of an apocalypse only sealed it for me. But I will give her this. She puts on a convincing show. I mean, I really think she believed it. Anyways, I couldn't take it anymore, so I stepped out of the room to get some black brew. I was gone 5 minutes, 10 at most, but when I came back, fellow Maxwell was gone. Right, too, but you know all this already. I reported it to the committee immediately. I should have seen it coming. Like I said, I'm sort of an expert on the type or types. The liars and the buyers. When I was 12, Mom came back for the last time, and dear old Dad bought her story again, except this time she said, "Join me," and so he did. And that was the last time I saw either of them. Lunar life isn't for everybody. We have to be smart. We have to be serious. We know this. We don't have their numbers, their natural resources, but we have our instincts, our nature, our will. I forgot all of that for a second and got a cup of black brew. And I truly am sorry, because if I had done what I set out to do, right would have been eliminated. And now it's clear what the committee must do. Finish the task I failed.
It's up, buddy. Doc.
Finally. It's not like this is easy. It's not like you're not being paid. Not enough. Enough with the whining. Just finish the job. And where is Zipporah? She's supposed to be here with her full-side profile.
She is back in the room.
Ugh, she's supposed to be here. Zipporah, report to comms that. I thought you said you were done. I am.
Ready when you are.
Why didn't you say so?
I nailing a pain.
Sorry, I was brave.
I know, but you're supposed to be here with your full profile.
I'm working on it. There's new information. I need to be with her.
Well, that's what we have here. New information. What do you mean? In the original message from Mars, there was metadata in the room readout. They forgot to strip it, or it chose not to.
I found it and decoded it.
Okay, cool it. We compared it to our own data.
What did it say?
That's what we're about to find out. So, what did it say?
Well, I did this wrong, which is not possible. For the right we have and the one on Mars are exactly identical. I mean exactly. Like genetically, but not twins either, which is also not possible.
I don't like this.
I need to get back in there with her. She knows things. I feel like she's here to help us.
Is that your professional opinion? Well,
I don't know. It's just a feeling. Have the other unions been going for her?
yes, of course, you're sending representatives. They'll be here soon. All together one, right?
All together one.
Okay, cool it. I'm just saying we don't need to make any decisions on our own here. The room is secure, correct? No one in or out?
It's immense black clearance.
I need to speak with her again.
You're not going back in there.
I have to.
She told you we're in danger, right?
Yes, and that's why I have to get back in there.
Well, what if she's the danger?
Maybe she's in danger just like us.
Or you're talking feelings and things. I need data. I need your professional assessment.
Please, Dr. Nations, trust me. I'm not saying we should shut out the other unions. I'm just saying we can't wait for them.
Doc?
She says we need to come in contact with the moon and with Mars. We've already come this far and shared the right was here.
Well, that message was not authorized. That technician should have never sent in the first place. Not that full tri-union consent.
Well, I'm glad he did. Receiving the same message back from the Mars and the moon only confirms for me that we need to keep moving forward. Everyone has gone silent since the first few messages. Once this becomes full tri-union, they'll hold up for months. We can't wait that long. Someone has to take charge.
Stop!
What?
I've launched shipping channels.
So what?
And other than the Austrian nations, shipping channels are the only ones capable of making contact between the worlds.
Yeah, and?
And we just received a message on one that's not shipping related.
What does it say?
It says, hello, is anyone there? I'll keep the channel open as long as I can.
Do you have the capabilities to send a response?
Yes, but
We're not doing this.
We have to send a message back.
I'm not authorized.
And I'm not authorizing it.
If you won't let me talk to her and you won't send a message back, will you at least talk to her yourself?
I don't need to do that. Not until the other unions weigh in.
I see you've heard from Carroll. He's a friend.
We're safe here.
Are we?
Safer anyway. Darby was, there are people that want to do you harm, but not you. I did, maybe, but now I know.
What changed your mind? Meeting you. It's funny how meeting someone can change the way you perceive them.
Yes, funny. It's all true what you said there, right? The gamma rays on the way here.
I don't know how to lie.
So, we're all going to, this is the end for us.
Or the beginning. All I'm bringing you is opportunity. I love you too much just to watch you all die, but I can't save you. I've given you all my answers I have. All I'm here to do is show you the light at the end of the dark hallway. All you have to do is take one step.
This building, it used to be a birthing center. I was born in it. Part of the last generation that was born in the old sense of the word. They call the laboratories birthing centers. Even though there's no actual birthing that take place, you order your child and pick it up when it's ready. Maybe this was the very room I was born in. And now, here I am, standing in it, finding out I'm going to die, along with everyone else.
It doesn't have to be that way.
But it will. Even if people make contact again across worlds, are they really going to work together to solve this problem?
They'll have to.
You have more faith in people than I do. I'm from the moon, remember? We're not known for asking for or giving assistance.
There hasn't always been people on the moon, has there?
No.
Then I guess things can change.
I always wanted to have my own children. What about you?
So, have you made your decision?
About what?
About taking that first step down the dark hallway, even if you don't know or believe what's at the end. Good.
Right? Right? Right!
It didn't take long to be stripped of my position. Less than 48, at least after I sent them the message, letting them know of your existence, I was sent packing. That's okay. I don't regret it. I didn't see the point of it after you just disappeared. Besides, I'm too busy walking the parkland with Tildy. I sit in my back room and I look and I listen. I overhear people talk of the Stowaway, the young woman named Bright who changed things. I watch their faces as they speak of you, but eventually their conversations turn to matters of Earth and the moon. The who, the what, and the where. This is where I pay close attention. This is where I see glimpses of you, right? Where the curiosity comes bubbling out of them. That's where they are. You are. I can't go back to work now because I've seen you. And now, all I want is to keep seeing you in the faces of others. Thank you, Bright, for showing us the light. Sincerely yours, Sarah. P.P.S. If you want to come back and show yourself in full, I wouldn't mind that either.
I'm here.
And there.
And here.
And in everyone who says,
Hello?
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 Oh, hello?
Hello? I'm here.
I'm here.
I see you.
Hello?
Do you see me?
I do.
Your eyes look just like your brother's.
You're all so familiar.
Like a waking dream.
There's a dark hallway, little line at the end.
Take my hand. Take my hand.
Take my hand.
Take my hand.
take my hand.
One step at a time.
Together.